The Union Cabinet on Wednesday approved some changes in the GST Constitutional Amendment Bill, including dropping 1% manufacturing tax. Cabinet also approved a provision in the bill to provide guarantee to compensate states for any revenue loss. First 5 years of rollout of the proposed indirect tax regime. Government also gives its nod to the setting up of new aims at Bathinda in Punjab. Lok Sabha on Wednesday passed the Benami Transactions Prohibition Amendment Bill. Bill empowers the government to confiscate Benami property by following due procedures. Lok Sabha passed the Lokpal and Lokayukt Amendment Bill. Prime Minister Modi will hold meeting with Niti Aayog to take stock of the progress made on the 15-year vision document. Prime Minister will also share his views on the development strategy with the government's think tank. Home Minister Rajnath Singh will hold delegation-level talks with his Bangladeshi counterpart Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal in New Delhi today. During the talks, activities of the Middle East terror group counter-terror cooperations will be discussed. Food and Consumer Affairs Minister Ramvilas Paswan says the government has taken various steps to boost the availability of pulses. Government to create buffer stock of 20 lakh ton of pulses to meet shortfall. Other steps include imposition of stock holding limits, sharp increase in support prices to farmers, entering into agreement with Mozambique for importing pulses. In parliamentary videography case, the deadline ends today for Sangrur MP Bhagwant Mann to respond to the Lok Sabha panel, which is investigating his act of filming Parliament House complex and posting it online. Mann was suspended by Lok Sabha Speaker till Thursday. The flood situation in Assam turned critical, with fresh areas being submerged by surging waters of Brahmaputra and its major tributaries across state. At least 12 people have died in floods so far. 16 lakh in 21 districts have been affected. In Bihar, more than 1.72 million people were affected by floods in 8 districts. Even as 17 people had perished in the flood waters of major rivers, which were in high spate due to incessant rainfall in their catchment areas in Nepal. Curfew was on Wednesday reimposed in parts of Kashmir, including 5 police station areas of the city, to thwart a separatist march to Kulgam district, even as mobile services were partially restored in the valley, which has been rocked by violence since July 8th. Special Delhi Court awarded 3 years jail term to MD and CEO of Rathi Steel and Power Limited and 2 years jail to another official in a coal scam case. Court also slapped a fine of Rs 50 lakh on Rathi Steel Company. Indian and US officials will meet in Washington today for the 14th US-India Counter-Terrorism Joint Working Group, State Department said in a statement on Wednesday. American delegation would be led by Acting Coordinator for Counter-Terrorism Justin Sebril, while the Indian delegation will be led by MEA Additional Secretary Ravi Thapar. In Syria, a large truck bomb blaster claimed by Islamic State killed nearly 50 people, wounding scores more in the northeastern Syrian city of Qamishli near the Turkish border. Death toll expected to rise because of the number of people seriously injured. Islamic State claimed responsibility for what it said was a suicide truck bomb attack. In US, Democrats gathered in Philadelphia formally selected Tim Kaine as the US vice presidential candidate, completing the party's ticket for the November election. Turkish authorities have announced the dismissal of more than 2,400 military personnel and the closure of more than 130 media outlets. CNN Turk reported in a widening crackdown following this month's failed coup attempt. Meanwhile, UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon has expressed deep concern about the ongoing wave of arrests in Turkey following the attempted coup. The Kremlin on Wednesday denied Moscow was interfering in the US election campaign after President Obama refused to rule out that Russia could be trying to sway the vote in favor of Donald Trump. Hillary Clinton's campaign has blamed Russia for an embarrassing leak of emails from the Democratic National Committee. After failing 2 dope tests, fate of Indian wrestler Narsingh Yadav continues to hang in balance. National Anti-Doping Agency will again hear the matter today.